All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I know I just reacted to an uncut video the other day, but I'm back with another one. This one affects me in my hometown, so let's get into it. Kevin Durant is everything wrong with the NBA, and it's a classic uncut title. Yeah, all of us here in Phoenix, we've been ready for Kevin Durant to go for a while now. I don't want to talk trash, but he's just not that guy that we need. Like, he's not that hardcore leader. He's a hooper. He loves playing basketball. He's having fun. He puts up a good amount of points, but he gets a lot of turnovers. He's not being really accountable as like our leader. And we're ready to move forward over here. So, I wish him well in his career, but I'm pretty sure after the end of this season, he's going to leave anyways. And I don't blame him at the tail end of his career. Like, I'd get the hell out of here too. We're a train wreck. So, not like I'm blaming Kevin Durant for all of our problems, but he's definitely not solving our problems. We've been worse than ever since we got KD and Beal. We went from a title contender down to we're not even probably going to make the playoffs. It's looking very unlikely. We have a losing record as I record this. It's terrible. So anyways, let's see. Those are my issues with Kevin Durant. And like I said, I'm not trash talking him. It's just it's not him being here is not helping us, and it's not helping him. So it's like, it's time to break up. But let's see what Uncut has to say. Everybody, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below in the description. So if you want to check out Uncut's channel, the link is right there for you. Please leave this video a like, helps out a ton. And without further ado, let's see what his take is.
Hey, like, man, y'all need to play harder in the All-Star game, and I'm like, y'all just that's so easy for y'all to say. How about y'all come up with why do you think the games are getting out of hand like this?
Ryan Dunn from the Phoenix Suns earned his way.
It is easy for us to say.
Defense.
Oh, D up, James.
Good competition here.
Oh, man. When you said you mean D up, James, to give up a layup?
Why do you think the games are getting out of hand?
See, now they get them. No, you can just let
because you're not trying.
One of the ball girls. She's at USC, so yeah, there's a lot of great names.
Yeah, we're playing offense, but no defense. No, there's a little.
Man, let's just get rid of the All-Star weekend.
Yeah, that one pissed me off, by the way. He didn't show the part, but he was saying the fans are miserable during All-Star weekend. Us players are miserable during All-Star weekend. Let's just get rid of it. And that's the exact opposite of the accountability we were hoping to see in a guy like him and the other leaders of the NBA. It's like, no, take the criticism. The criticism is easy. Just play a little harder. Play a little harder in the All-Star game. We'll all be happy. And then you'll be happy. We'll be happy. That's all you got to do. It's an easy fix. It's like the easiest fix ever. Just try a little harder. Larry David.
As I'm sure you guys know, one big-time debate as of late has been whether fans and the media are too critical of the modern-day players. As a lot of these guys make claims to the media, all they do is hate, all they do is spew negativity, and so on, so on. One of those guys pushing that narrative is, of course, Kevin Durant, who is by far the most sensitive player in the NBA.
They're going to find one thing to nitpick. If it's not perfect, totally perfect, then they don't love it. They're like, man, y'all need to play harder in the All-Star game.
Yep.
And I'm like, y'all just that's so easy for y'all to say. How about y'all come up with why do you think the games are getting out of hand like this?
Because you're not playing hard. You literally just said, you answered the question in your statement. It's the games are getting out of hand because you guys aren't playing hard enough, especially on defense. So if you guys D'd up a little bit, we wouldn't have 200-plus point games in the All-Star game. We can go back to the old format and everyone will be happy.
So that right there was Kevin Durant yet again complaining that fans are overly critical and expect too much of the modern-day player. Now the thing Kevin Durant referenced was this year's All-Star game as well as past All-Star games. And look, when it comes to an All-Star game, I think effort, trying a little bit, is the bare minimum requirement for any star player on that stage. And for someone like KD, a marquee player pillar of the NBA, taking that game semi-seriously kind of just comes the job. If you want to blame anyone for All-Star Weekend falling off, don't blame Adam Silver, the fans, the media. Blame the players in the game and playing.
100%.
By the way, he's ripping on Chuck.
Yeah, to give Adam Silver credit, at least he's trying to fix this. He's trying new things. He's throwing wrenches into the system. But, yeah, the players aren't responding. They're, and I've said it 1,000 times, so I'm not going to talk about Wemby. He stepped up and all this stuff. It takes a lot. It takes more than just one, man. Everyone else has to get inspired and follow in line, too, and it just doesn't happen. I praise Jokic a lot, but to be fair, he played lazy as hell in this All-Star game, whatever, the All-Star games, whatever you want to say. He played lazy as hell, and I was disappointed to see that because I was hoping like him and Wemby would try to set the tone, but Wemby was kind of stuck all alone doing it by himself. Yeah.
Team is on an 11-4
Kyrie played hard too.
run here.
Oh, where's the help side?
Chance to win it. That's it. Player of the year, the Associated Press. Now Tatum gets right.
Yeah, where's the
explodes
defense?
to the basket.
Are you not entertained?
No, I'm not. I watched
Are
it.
you not entertained?
No, it sucked.
The All-Star Game is one of the clearest examples of the players have complete control of everything. Adam Silver isn't on the court, Shaq, Charles Barkley aren't playing this game. It's you, the players, on that stage, not performing. And as a fan who did watch this year's All-Star Game, you can't blame me for the lackluster product and pitiful basketball and presentation of the overall event.
It's kind of taboo to talk about the fans or to criticize the fans. It's just, we pay y'all hard-earned money and we basically fund y'all whole operation, so y'all can't say shit about us. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all have a huge impact on what we do, right? So how can we not say, how can y'all not be a factor to why shit is going bad?
Now, stopping KD very quickly, I mean, this clip, straightforward and to the point. Today's NBA fans...
I don't think... Well, these guys never worked a regular job, so they never heard the customer's always right. You know? And you got to take customer complaints serious. I don't think that they understand that this is... like, it's a product that they're selling, and that we're the customer, and we're funding their business. I don't think he understands that. And I think a lot of NBA players are disconnected from that whole thing. Because, yeah, if we stop watching, the money stops flowing in. That's just how it goes. So you might want to just at least listen to the criticism, especially if it's like polite criticism. You know, like I'm trying to do that, which is I'm not just throwing hate bombs left and right. Like I'm just being honest. If you guys played a little harder on the defensive end in the All-Star games, the games would be way more entertaining. Viewership would go up. Money would go up. You know, all these positive things would happen. It's not a huge deal. It's really not. But it becomes a bigger and bigger deal. If you stick your head under the sand year after year like y'all have been, it becomes a bigger issue as it grows. But you guys could have stopped this years ago and just responded to the fans and said, yeah, we're going to play hard this year and go at it. Just like the old days. Would have been great. But here we are.
Are a big-time problem for him and the overall health of the league. And this line of attack, I really don't understand it. The average day casual fan who watches a game here and there, their impact on the product, the on-court play, is minimal at best. And like I said earlier, fans, the media, Charles Barkley and Shaq, they're not on the court playing. What they're doing is watching the on-court play, seeing it subpar below average, and commentating on that product.
No, but yeah, they had it for a second. They don't have it right now. So.
Yep.
Up under.
All right. We call it that defense.
Here's Durant.
Yeah, look at this. They're just walking and standing.
He said, I would never get traded because I don't shoot the ball.
My God. What is that smell?
Yeah,
If you're
shit.
tired of the media, the fans being so critical, here's a wild idea. At the All-Star Weekend, give effort and try. And the on-court product, stop playing math ball, in which 3s over 2s, 3s rule the world, and that's all you do. At the heart of the problem, the player's on-court product, that is the problem if there's any problem in this era's NBA. And for someone like Durant, a top-tier player, to deflect the blame on fans, just a spineless, cowardly move that he knows isn't right.
Yep.
You know what? Y'all have a huge impact on what we do, right? So how can we not say how can y'all not be a factor to why shit is going bad? When shit going bad, it's all on the people inside the league. But when shit going well, the fans want to take credit for how much they come to the games and how much they watch and all of this shit. But when it's going bad, it's like, all right, y'all, I'm out of it as a fan base. It's all on the players, the execs, the league itself. I'm like, nah, y'all not gonna get away with that.
So
okay, can you imagine that? That's how you know, like these guys don't understand business. Like, can you imagine running, let's say, like a restaurant, right? And you're getting, everything was great. Everything is great for so many years. Say like it's 20 years. You're all doing good. Then suddenly you start getting criticism. Man, like the pasta wasn't good, and then like it's getting worse over time. Like, man, this everything's good, but like this pasta that you guys are selling, like the spaghetti and meatballs, man, it's really bad. I got sick off of it, Like you guys might want to check in, see what's going on with that product. But instead, like as a business owner, instead of going, maybe there's something to this. No, you're just gonna go like, nah, man, it's the customer's fault. Don't you think the customer should take some accountability for this? So you guys are spreading negativity, because you're leaving negative reviews about my product, and that's on you. That's your fault, So, you're going to threaten, you're not going to come in here anymore, like blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, it's so disconnected from reality. You get a criticism, you got to take it to heart and you got to improve the product. But these guys aren't invested in the overall product. They just care about themselves, man.
Stopping Kevin Durant right there, kind of a common theme of this video, KD gives the fans a ton of power and credit to the NBA being good as well as bad. And the honest truth is, I think fans play a role in the NBA, but they're not like the driving force, the nucleus of why you go to a game, watch a game, or invest in the NBA.
No, we're just viewers.
You've never heard someone after a thrilling Game 7 say, that fan was he was cheering so loud, he willed his team to victory, it was amazing. It's always about the player, the coaches, the on-court product, what happened in the game. Are fans great for the atmosphere? Of course they are. But the players themselves, they drive the NBA, and they make it go. If the players take their foot off the gas, the NBA suffers. They push down on the pedal, the NBA thrives. The bottom line for a lot of these players like Kevin Durant, the top-tier superstars, even the average star players, they want all the credit, all the praise, all the adulation. What they don't want is scrutiny, criticism, or any blame for the state of the NBA. And the thing is, you can't have it both ways.
Nah, y'all not gonna get away with that.
Y'all in this too.
Or what? Or what? Like, we're not trying to sell you anything, Kevin Durant. So what do you mean we're not going to get away with it? If we stop watching, that's our prerogative. We don't make any money off of you. That would be great, but we don't, so you can't threaten us. We can threaten not to watch your product anymore. That affects you, but you have no way to threaten us because if we decide to, we just stop watching and supporting your product. Okay, I'm going to stop harping on this so much because it just blows my mind how people don't understand like a supply and demand situation.
Yeah, it's a community.
It's a community, right? If it's gonna be a community, we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put it on one dude when we fuck up, but when it's all sunshine, then you want to jump in and take some credit for it.
Yeah.
Now, stopping Durant right.
Have we ever taken credit? Like, do we take credit? I don't know. I only just put it plainly. Like, it's not taking credit. It's simple. The consumer engaging in the product, watching the ads, all that stuff is what's producing the money for the league. That's not taking credit. That's just stating a fact. That's not like, praise me, I'm great, I watched a game. It's because of me individually that the NBA is successful. Like, no one's doing that. We're just saying we're the audience. Without us, the product dies. Just like any other unsuccessful sports league that we've seen come and go over the many, many years.
Right there, maybe the most absurd thing he said the entire video, as claiming NBA players, NBA fans are in some community altogether. It makes no sense, not true, not dealing in reality. What I'd compare the NBA fan, NBA player dynamic to is someone going to the movies, buying a ticket, and watching a movie star on screen. Yes, in a way you're supporting that person, you're watching them, you're a fan of that person. But there's no community, no connection when you in your seat and that person on the TV. The same with NBA fans, NBA players. I mean, these guys are so detached from reality, they're out there calling themselves basketball gods.
I'm getting sick of it, man. But because there's some beauty that's going on in the league, though. You look at the play, look at the highlight. You just watch the highlights throughout the game, and you're gonna see some incredible shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
three
And
ball.
you seeing teams every year having a chance to win a chip. Like,
now, Durant right here makes a very good point. The NBA right now has tons of superstars, all-stars, and entertaining players. And on any given night, you can watch Giannis, Jokic, Tatum, Steph, even SJ or Ant Edwards. Now, with that being said, there's still some disconnect, some kind of buffer zone from the players being so great and the fans wanting to watch. The harsh truth for Kevin Durant, under his reign and his era, alongside LeBron, Curry, Westbrook, Harden, the guys of the late 2010s, that era started off strong, it peaked, but then tailed off big time.
Yes, it did.
And of course, nowadays, the NBA is in a shaky spot, even according to Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it's a good point, man. At that time, 2010, 11, 12, 13, like, I never imagined we'd get to this point. The league still looked relatively healthy. Outside of, like, the LeBron super team thing, like, that kind of threw a wrench in the system. Like, we didn't like that. But outside of that, like, the game, it was still healthy. It was in a healthy spot. And so fast, it's just crumbled to this.
What kind of ruined the NBA was the player empowerment era. And the thing is, it didn't ruin it right away. Durant going to Golden State, that move on its own, did not ruin the NBA. Same with LeBron James going to South Beach. But what it did do was set an overall precedent of the player being bigger than the team and the NBA. As of course, players nowadays, they're a brand all to themselves.
Yeah.
The team, the fans, yes, they matter, but not nearly as much as that player's brand. And when speaking about player empowerment, yes, the top tier superstars, they've always had a say, they've had leeway to do what they've wanted. But nowadays, in today's era, you have role players like a Jay Crowder holding out on teams making demands and asking for trades.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
When that starts happening, player empowerment has gone a bridge too far.
But is there something that you suggest can improve and help grow the game further than where it is today?
Nah, I think only the players can grow the game.
So stopping Durant right there.
Okay, so deep down inside, he knows it's on the players. The failure or the success of the league or the possible growth is on the players. But oh, dude,
his entire point in this video was that fans and players, they're in this together. But when talking about growing the game, he says very explicitly, only players can do that.
Yeah.
And look, that statement alone, that is true. But Durant, a lot of times, he uses fans as a shield from criticism and critiques. As in one segment, fans and players, they're in it together, have an equal impact. The next minute, the players are the only ones who can push the game forward. So that right there is the end of the video. And for someone like Kevin Durant, yes, he wants the praise, the money, the attention when it's good. But when things go bad, starts turning sour, then Durant all of a sudden he's deflecting, saying, it's the fans, people inside the NBA, it's the media being too critical of the current product. Bottom line for the NBA, it's the players who push the game forward or push it backwards. Right now the players definitely pushing it backwards. Can that change? Of course it can. But don't blame fans, the media, or someone besides yourself, the guy on the court playing basketball. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Man, it's unfortunate because when Kevin Durant was young in the league and he was with OKC, he had there was a fork in the road. He could go down the path of LeBron James, which he chose, or he could stay in OKC and do it the right way, like do it the hard way, and earn everyone's respect. But he chose the LeBron James path, and then along with that came, blame shifting, lack of accountability, all of this like lack of awareness, all the stuff that comes with emulating a guy like LeBron James. And it's just sad because he didn't start out this way, KD that is. He wasn't always this way. And I wish he would have taken the other choice, taken the other pill, one might say. and stuck it out, man. Because I was rooting for OKC during that time. Like, I liked the hunger level of Kevin Durant, Westbrook. I wasn't a Harden fan, so when he left, it was like, nah, no big deal. But I really wanted to see them win together because that was such a cool story. It's a homegrown team, and they were contenders. But instead of sticking it out, times got a little tough, and he left. I always use the analogy. It's like if in 1988, Michael Jordan just left, and he left the Bulls because the Pistons beat him, and it was just like, nah, screw this. I'm gonna go to the Lakers. I'm going to join the Lakers, and we're going to win some championships there. It's like, no, man, that's just not what you do. You don't do that. You don't join the enemy and betray your team and your fans like that, and then expect constant praise. Anyways, I've talked this one to death. Everyone, let me know what your opinions are. I don't want to talk about Kevin Durant or the Phoenix Suns anymore right now. I don't. I just don't. It's a sad situation over here. Anyways, everyone, I'm out of here. Like the video if you liked it. Check out Uncut's channel if you want. The link is down below in the description. And subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And hit that bell if you want to get notified when boards don't hit back. Peace out.